The air crackled with anticipation. Real Madrid, Barcelona, giants of Spanish football, locked in a battle for the Copa del Rey. But this time, it was different. This time the tension wasn't just on the pitch. It was a powder keg of resentment, ready to blow. The rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona is etched in the soul of Spanish football. A clash of titans, a story of passion, pride, and often, controversy. Yet, no one could have predicted the drama that would unfold in the hours leading up to the 2025 final. The very integrity of the game was at stake. The news hit like a thunderbolt. Real Madrid, in an unprecedented move, had skipped their pre-match press conference. They refused to participate in the final training session. The reason? A protest that sent shockwaves through the footballing world. The club was in open rebellion. The target of their fury? The men in the middle, referees Ricardo de Burgos Benguetsea and Pablo González Fuertes. The relationship between Real Madrid and the officials had long been strained, but this was a full-blown crisis. The referees, facing a barrage of criticism, decided to fight back. In emotionally charged press conferences, they revealed the personal cost of the abuse directed at them. De Burgos Benguetsea, his voice trembling, spoke of his son bullied at school, branded a thief. González Fuertes, his face etched with anger and sadness, warned of historic measures from Spanish referees if the attacks continued. Their words, raw and powerful, cast a dark shadow over the upcoming final. The club's response was swift and defiant. They denied boycotting the final, proclaiming their unwavering commitment to their fans, but there was no mistaking their anger. They denounced the referees' public pronouncements as unacceptable. Accusations flew. Real Madrid claimed the referees harbored animosity towards them, demanding a last-minute change. The pre-match rituals, the media appearances, all cancelled in a show of disdain. Section 5. A History of Discord. This wasn't an isolated incident. Real Madrid, through their official channel, Real Madrid TV, had a history of scrutinizing referees' decisions. Videos dissecting controversial calls were commonplace, fueling a narrative of injustice. Club president Florentino Perez, a powerful figure in world football, had been vocal in his push for refereeing reforms. He'd even suggested bringing in English referees, further inflaming tensions. Section 6. Voices of Condemnation. The Spanish Football Federation, or RFF, pleaded for calm, emphasizing the magnitude of the final, yet they refused to remove the referees, standing firm against the pressure. The world was watching. Barcelona's coach, Hansi Flick, added his voice to the condemnation, criticizing Real Madrid's actions as unsportsmanlike. He called for respect towards the officials, a sentiment echoed by many across the footballing world. Section 7. Shadows of Negreira. The controversy unfolded against the backdrop of the Negreira case, a scandal that had already sent tremors through Spanish football. Barcelona stood accused of making payments to a former refereeing official, allegations they vehemently denied. This latest incident poured fuel on an already raging fire, deepening the distrust and animosity between the two clubs. The integrity of Spanish football was being questioned on multiple fronts. Section 8. The Future of Spanish Football. The ramifications of this dramatic standoff were far-reaching. The very future of refereeing in Spain was at stake. Would referees resort to unprecedented measures to combat abuse? The relationship between clubs and officials, already fraught with tension, was further strained. The beautiful game, it seemed, was being held hostage by a toxic cocktail of accusations, distrust, and power struggles. Section 9. The Final Whistle. The Copa del Rey final eventually went ahead, the eyes of the world fixed on the pitch. The controversy, however, cast a long shadow. The game itself, a tense affair, did little to heal the wounds. In the end, Barcelona emerged victorious. But the real story was off the pitch. The events leading up to the final exposed deep-seated resentment and a crisis of confidence in Spanish football. The road to redemption, it seemed, would be long and arduous.